make me stir, I can tell you." As she came out, she found her brother whistling the blithe air of Greensleeves, cutting strange capers in imitation of the morris dancers, and whirling his cudgel over his head instead of a kerchief. The gaiety of the day seemed infectious, and to have seized even him. People stared to see Black Jem, or Surly Jem, as he was indifferently called, so joyous, and wondered what it should mean. He then fell to singing a snatch of a local ballad at that time in vogue in the neighbourhood. "If thou wilt na my secret tell, Ne'er bruit a bawd i' Whalley parish, And swear to keep my counsel well, I win declare my day o' marriage." "Come along, lass," he cried, stopping suddenly in his song, and snatching his sister's hand. "What han ye gotten there, lapped up in your kirtle, eh?" "A white dove," replied Jennet, determined not to tell him any thing about her strange dream. "A white dove!" echoed Jem. "Give it me, and I'll wring its neck, and get it roasted for supper." "Yo shan do no such thing, Jem," replied Jennet. "I mane to give it to Alizon." "Weel, weel, that's reet," rejoined Jem, blandly. "He'll make a pretty offering. Let's look at it." "Neaw, neaw," said Jennet, pressing the bird gently to her bosom. "No one shall see it afore Alizon." "Come along, then," cried Jem, rather testily, and mending his pace, "or we'st be too late for t' round. Why, unscratch yourself," he added, noticing the red spots on her sleeve. "Han ey?" she rejoined, evasively. "Oh, now ey recollect, it was Tib that did it." "Tib!" echoed Jem, gravely, and glancing uneasily at the marks. Meanwhile, on quitting the cottage, the May Day revellers had proceeded slowly towards the green, increasing the number of their followers at each little tenement they passed, and being welcomed everywhere with shouts and cheers. The hobby horse curveted and capered, the fool fleered at the girls and flouted the men, jesting with every one, and when failing in a point, rapping the knuckles of his auditors. Friar Tuck chucked the pretty girls under the chin, in defiance of their sweethearts, and stole a kiss from every buxom dame that stood in his way, and then snapped his fingers, or made a broad grimace at the husband. The piper played, and the tabourer rattled his tambourine, the morris dancers tossed their kerchiefs aloft, and the bells of the rush cart jingled merrily, the men on the top being on a level with the roofs of the cottages and the summits of the haystacks they passed, but, in spite of their exalted position, jostling with the crowd below. But in spite of these multiplied attractions, and in spite of the gambols of the fool and horse, though the latter elicited prodigious laughter, the main attention was fixed on the May Queen, who tripped lightly along by the side of her faithful squire, Robin Hood, followed by the three bold foresters of Sherwood and her usher. In this way they reached the green, where already a large crowd was collected to see them, and where, in the midst of it, and above the heads of the assemblage, rose the lofty May pole, with all its flowery garlands glittering in the sunshine, and its ribands fluttering in the breeze. Pleasant was it to see those cheerful groups, composed of happy rustics, youths in their holiday attire, and maidens neatly habited too, and fresh and bright as the day itself. Summer sunshine sparkled in their eyes, and weather and circumstance, as well as genial nature, disposed them to enjoyment. Every lass above 18 had her sweetheart, and old couples nodded and smiled at each other when any tender speech, broadly conveyed, but tenderly conceived, reached their ears, and said it recalled the days of their youth. Pleasant was it to hear such honest laughter, and such good homely jests. Laugh on, my merry lads. You are made of good old English stuff, loyal to church and king, and while you and such as you last, our land will be in no danger from foreign foe. Laugh on, and praise your sweethearts how you will. Laugh on, and blessings on your honest hearts. The frolic train had just reached the precincts of the green, when the usher, waving his hand aloft, called a momentary halt, announcing that Sir Ralph Assheton and the gentry were coming forth from the Abbey gate to meet them. CHAPTER 3